Hello everyone, welcome to another Star Wars The Old Republic video. So basically in some of my previous videos that I've been posting up, especially in the past few days, I've been a little bit, I guess you could say angry, but more so frustrated and disappointed at the new update that came out, patch 4.6, especially with the changes that were made to the cartel market. I was disgruntled with the addition of bronze items to the hypercrates, also the increase in the hypercrate price, and stuff along those lines. Also, how terrible the Force-bound light versus dark cartel packs were. Now, what happened was in the dev trackers, the devs posted kind of an explanation of what's been going on, what their thought process is. So I just want to go through that with you quickly, just so we can add some clarification to some of my videos, and I can also clarify some of my responses and reactions to it. So basically, the first thing they said was that the primary feedback that they heard from players was that players would rather have bronze items than grand chance cubes. So when I say this new pack is completely and utter crap for people who are trying to make credits or even just get really cool items out of this pack, probably shouldn't be blaming BioWare. And I should, more so be putting the blame on the people who thought it was better to have bronze items than grand chance cubes. I've also seen some people in my comments say that, and honestly, I just can't understand that at all. Why anyone would want a bronze item worth 5,000 to 10,000 credits over a Grand Chance Cube that's worth or been selling very, very well for over 300,000 credits. I don't see how that really is profitable in any way. If you wanted these new packs had plenty of new items. That wasn't an issue, having new items. I think the problem was these players were opening these hyper crates, getting Grand Chance Cubes, opening the Grand Chance Cubes, and they were receiving dyes, companion customizations, pets that were worth nothing. They were receiving crappy mounts and crappy crystals as well, and the players were disgruntled by that, and they said these Grand Chance cubes suck. However, what they didn't, I don't know why they just didn't put those Grand Chance cubes to sell on the GTN, and with the 8 to 9 million credits you can get from Hyper Crates Grand Chance cubes, like on average you get 27 Grand Chance cubes, you could have made 8 to 9 million credits and gone on the GTN and bought whatever you wanted. I guarantee you that 8 to 9 million credits that you got from each Hyper Crate for selling the Grand Chance cubes is going to get you way more items than the crappy bronze items that you're now going to be getting out of hyper crates. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. However, yeah, I shouldn't be blaming BioWare. The people who wanted bronze items over Grand Chance cubes, they're the reason BioWare implemented this change. And whatever, I mean, if that was what the majority of the community wanted, that's fine. Cartel packs beforehand, when Grand Chance cubes weren't even a thing, though those had bronze items too and stuff, and those were still pretty profitable. But whatever, that was the reason they made the change. I am very disgruntled by it, but yeah, we'll move on and keep doing other things. In terms of the pack pricing change, they said that the Gemini pack has been moved up to 300 cartel coins. So basically, a single pack now costs 300 cartel coins. And the reasoning for this was because, if you guys remember, when the Underworld Alliance and the Force Alliance packs came out, they only had one item in them. So what had happened was they had added more packs to hypercrates. Instead of having 24 packs in a hypercrate, you now had 30. But instead, each pack would only contain one item instead of two items. And I just remember how disgruntled the player base was with that. They really didn't like that at all because you were getting so few items out of a hypercrate. And so Bioware very quickly, just after two hypercrates, made the change to in the strategy alliance packs and the packs that came after that to add two items to it. So they very quickly made that change because players did not like that at all. And so what they said was the reason they had lowered the price of hypercrates to 5,400 cartel coins was because you were only getting one item. Now that they've said we've fixed that, so now you're getting two items, they said they're now going to increase the price. So that's the reasoning that they used. They said in the pre-Knights of the Fallen Empire packs, it was 300 cartel coins for a pack. I'm talking about things like, the Acolyte Shadows, Dogfighter, Bounty Hunter, all those really old cartel packs, they used to cost 300 cartel coins. And the reason the price was reduced to 200 cartel coins was because the newer packs that they were releasing were only going to give you one item per pack. And then they said when they made the change that now that players didn't like that, so we're changing it back to giving you two items per pack. Well, then they said now we're going to increase the price back to 300 cartel coins. So they gave us some time in between there when apparently everything was on sale, and they didn't. And although they changed the packs back, they didn't fix the price. They kept the price at the low price, and now they're saying they're no longer going to do that anymore. And in the future packs, it seems that each hypercrate is going to have 300 cartel coins. So that was their reasoning behind the price increase. That was their reasoning behind adding bronze items. And my quick thoughts are, damn, hypercrates have been ruined again. Hypercrates were ruined when the Underworld Alliance and Force Alliance packs came out, and they were only giving one item per pack. Hypercrates were not worth it at all. They were ruined, and you could tell by the fact that hypercrates would often drop as low as 4.5 to 5 million credits, and even then, you weren't necessarily going to make your money back. And then with the introduction of the Strategy Alliance packs, hypercrates were okay once again. With Grand Chance cubes, hypercrates were amazing. You could buy Hypercrate for 10 million credits and make a huge profit off of that. Hypercrates were amazing, and now Hypercrates are back to being pretty crappy because, as you guys can tell from my latest pack opening, that you get really crappy bronze items that aren't going to sell well in the GTN. You don't get many rare items at all, as you guys can tell from my last Hypercrate opening. I only got two gold items and one gold decoration, and that was it. None of the really cool stuff. I had a ton of bronze items, very few Grand Chance cubes. Another thing they said was, aside from just saying you can get bronze items in the place of Grand Chance cubes, they also greatly reduced the chance of getting Grand Chance cubes. So it's not just that, oh, I got a bronze item, I could have had a Grand Chance cube. You didn't have an equal chance to get a Grand Chance cube. It was actually lower. So you're going to be getting more bronze items than Grand Chance cubes almost every single time, because that's just how the RNG works for that. So yeah, Hypercrate is going to be pretty bad, and unfortunately, I think for the future, unless they fix the change, Hypercrates are not going to be very profitable. On the flip side, since you have less Grand Chance cubes, the prices of these hypercrates might actually drop on the GTN once again. Because as I said, when the Underworld Alliance packs, the Force Alliance packs, and the Strategy Alliance packs all came out, their prices were pretty low on the GTN. Like, you could pick up hypercrates for 5 to 6 million credits. And then only when they introduced the Grand Chance cubes and said you can get, you're getting these many Grand Chance cubes, and they were selling really well on the GTN, that's why the hypergrade prices just jumped in price, and you couldn't find one for under 10 million credits. So now with this new change, the upside might be that they might be going for pretty low prices on the GTN. So that might be something to look into. That's definitely something I'll look into, and I'll probably make a video on it if it is profitable. I'll make a video on it and say how you can still make credits off of this, so what you need to do, what prices you need to buy them at. But other than that, yeah, we'll see how it goes in the future. So that's the video. I just want to quickly let you guys know about the thought process behind it, because I was definitely lost in terms of why they were doing this. Now it makes a little bit more sense. I just want to clarify, I don't mean to blame players. If you wanted bronze items in the place of Grand Chance cubes, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's what you want, and that's fine. I personally just don't understand that decision. But if you have anything to say, leave it in the comment section. Definitely explain your point of view, explain your opinions. I would not want to discourage you from doing that. It'll help me even clarify what your guys' thought process is in terms of why you wanted that. I just hope the prices will drop on the GTN, so maybe hypercrates will be cheap once again. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.